What is going on, my social media family? So I am in my messy garage tonight, but I am finna deliver a clean message for sure. So many of you been following me. I appreciate all my subscribers. I had my channel started as Mike Sells Orlando for the last year. And as I'm growing my channel, I was like, you know what? I want to be me, my authentic self. So I did share an aspect of my personality talking about real estate as that's my business. Have my name, Mike Sells Orlando. But I like to broaden a lot of the topics that I speak on because I talk about more than just real estate. I talk about life. I talk about travel. I talk about the positive messaging, encouraging, things like that. So that's my collective totality of things that I like to give to the world because I'm passionate about doing those things. So I even changed my name, new year, new name, check the microphone. That's the name of the channel. So try to be a little creative, but yeah, I'm still going to be doing some real estate stuff, but I'm going to broaden my topics a lot more. So make sure you tap in and plug in. But tonight, real quick, keeping my video short and sweet, I'm talking about how to stay humble and why it's important. So how do I stay humble? I can't say this works for everybody, but it definitely works for me. And hopefully, it helps you out. So how do I stay humble? Simple. I understand in life, I look back on my experiences and I'm like, there's a two-sided coin to many things in life. There's a heads and tails, right? So what I mean by that is everybody celebrates. They have seasons where they're happy and they celebrate. Then they got seasons where there's adversity and they got to fight to get happy again. So, for example, for every person in the world that has a job or got a job promotion or got that acceptance to get a job, there's somebody who got laid off. There's somebody else who took a leap of faith, left their job, pursued entrepreneurship. It didn't work out. Now they're trying to find a job again. For everybody celebrating a birth, there's somebody mourning a death. For an athlete getting a college scholarship and being accepted to a university, there's also another athlete who got his athletic career cut short due to a horrific injury. So my point is, there's always a good season and a season of challenge and struggles. So staying humble helps you to get through those adversities. And while you're at your high, staying humble also helps to keep you grounded enough to where you don't forget that there are adversities that come. So when they come, you're better prepared. So that's how I use my, my outlook in life to stay humble because we got so many highs and lows in life. And it's like, man, if you get too high, man, you're going to fall harder. But if you stay too low, you'll never rise to the top. So being in that balance and, not getting caught up in the wave of emotions, it keeps you consistent. And that's what I try to do for myself. So I try to get that to the world so a lot of people could stay consistent and not get too high or too low. You know what I mean? And why is being humble important? I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory, but reality is if you're not humble, like I said, you can either go too high and fall harder or stay down and never get to the top of the mountain where you're supposed to be. So as long as you be consistent in, your humility and your humbleness, treating people with respect, showing authentic love, you'll get that energy back. And I think a lot of people's humility and humbleness, the root of that comes from simply just listening. You know what I'm saying? Understanding that you don't know everything. You don't know what you don't know. I've seen people do things for many, many years and sometimes they're hard to really talk to because they have a habit or a certain pattern that they follow or a belief system and they don't humble themselves to just listen and learn from somebody else's perspective. And that's how we grow, you know what I mean? So hope this message gets out there to somebody. Stay humble because life it can turn around just like that. You come home one day, everything's great and then hell break loose. But when you humble, the hell is not as big as it is versus when you're not humble. You know what I'm saying? So practice that humble humility. Hope this message helps somebody. Much love.